Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into how leading AI companies are responding to U.S. government demands on pricing. Did you see the latest moves from OpenAI and its peers?
Absolutely. It's making waves. The government wants more transparent and possibly lower pricing for AI services. Do you think these demands will reshape the industry?
I think so. When the government steps in, it's usually serious. But it's interesting that some AI leaders seem open to these changes, maybe even seeing potential long-term benefits.
That's a twist, right? At first glance, you'd expect pushback, but some companies think stricter rules might actually help level the playing field, especially for newer AI players.
True, and bigger companies can probably absorb the impact better than startups. But how do you think this will affect innovation? Could lower prices mean less money for R&D?
That's my concern. If margins shrink, companies might cut back on research. On the flip side, lower prices could make AI more accessible, sparking more creative uses.
It's a double-edged sword. More accessibility is great, but if innovation stalls, it's like having a faster car but no fuel to run it. Do you think government pricing oversight is the right approach?
I'm torn. Oversight can prevent price gouging, but too much control risks stifling growth. Maybe the key is finding a sweet spot. Enough oversight for fairness, but still room to experiment.
That makes sense. I also wonder about global competition. If U.S. companies have to comply with strict pricing, could they fall behind international rivals who aren't under the same rules?
Good point. AI is a global race. If only U.S. firms play by these rules, it could tip the scales. But maybe these regulations will set a standard that others follow.
Possibly. Sometimes U.S. tech sets the precedent for the world. But getting back to the benefits, some leaders think government involvement could boost public trust in AI. Do you buy that?
To an extent. If people see fair pricing and clear policies, it could ease fears about AI being just for big corporations. But trust isn't built overnight. It takes more than lower prices.
For sure. There's also the question of how these pricing changes will affect smaller businesses that rely on AI services. Could they benefit from lower costs, or will they face new challenges?
They might benefit at first, but if service quality drops or innovation slows, it could backfire. It reminds me of when streaming services got cheaper but then started cutting content.
That's a great analogy. Sometimes what looks like a win for consumers doesn't play out as expected. Do you think AI companies are just posturing, or are they genuinely welcoming these changes?
Maybe a bit of both. Publicly, they want to show they're cooperative. Privately, they're probably crunching numbers to see how it impacts their bottom line.
That's business for you. Another angle is transparency. Do you think mandated pricing transparency will actually help users understand what they're paying for?
It should, in theory, but tech pricing can be so complex. Even with transparency, understanding the value behind the numbers isn't always straightforward.
Right. It's like reading a phone bill. Good luck finding out what half those charges are. Still, more clarity is better than none.
Definitely. And with the government watching, companies might be less likely to sneak in hidden fees. But could this all slow down AI adoption?
Maybe temporarily. Some companies might hesitate to invest until things settle. But over time, if the rules are fair and clear, adoption could actually pick up.
That's optimistic. I like it. Do you think this sets a precedent for other tech sectors, or is AI unique in how it's being regulated?
AI is unique in its impact and risks, but I wouldn't be surprised if similar debates pop up in cloud computing or cybersecurity. Regulators love a good precedent.
Agreed. And as AI gets more embedded in daily life, these discussions are only going to get louder. It's almost like the Wild West days of tech are winding down.
A little law and order, perhaps. But it's a balancing act. Too much and you stifle progress. Too little and chaos reigns. Where do you think the line should be drawn?
Somewhere in the middle. Enough regulation to protect users, but not so much that it kills the magic of AI innovation. It's a tough call.
It is. And as always, the devil's in the details. I'm curious to see how these policies evolve and what surprises are in store.
Same here. Maybe next time we'll be talking about the next big breakthrough that came out of these changes, or the next big controversy.
Either way, it's going to be an exciting ride. Thanks for joining us today. We'll leave you with this question. Should governments play a bigger role in shaping the future of AI, or should the market decide? Let us know your thoughts.
A special thank you to MarketUS.com for furnishing us this information.
Here's a question. How do we contact them?
Good question. You can reach them at MarketUS.com or call them at 954-636-3232.
Before we go, this deep dive was created by the MarketUS.com team.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Good point. It's right below the subscribe link.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor and sharing your product or service with the world, reach out to MarketUS.com. You can schedule a session to discover how we can work together. See you soon.